Hello students, in this video we will start chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 is trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions. So in this chapter we will understand how to use various trigonometric ratios such as sine, cos, cosine, and how can we actually use them to solve the problems. So before starting with the actual trigonometric ratios, we will understand the concept how we measure an angle, because the trigonometric ratios works with angles, right? We say that sine theta is have a certain value, right? We did in class 9th or 10th in previous classes. So here we will understand first in the first exercise, that is 3.1, that how we measure the angles of between two lines, what are the units that we usually use, how they convert, so that we are well versed with the basics to start with the actual problems. So a quick introduction. So word trigonometry comes from two words. One is trigon and second is metron. So trigon means triangles and metron means measuring. So this means measuring the sides of triangles. So this is how the word trigonometry came in existence. So moving on, we'll directly move on to angles. So this is a very basic concept, so I'll not spend too much time on it because आपको already पता है what is an angle. So we'll just cover some basic terminologies and all of that. So angle is a measure of rotation of any given ray about its initial point. Okay, so if I draw a line here and if I rotate this line keeping the vertex fixed, let's say O is the vertex and I keep it as fixed, and if I move this point A to this point, that is B, keeping the length also fixed, then the rotation, the measure of rotation is known as angle. Okay, and if I move it in clockwise direction, then the angle will be negative, and if I move it in anti-clockwise direction, let's say if I had A and the vertex O, if I would have moved it in this direction to a vertex C, then the angle formed would have been positive. Okay, so the ray which is rotated is known as initial side, and the ray where it stops is known as terminal side. Okay, so initial and terminal, and this is known as the vertex. So this is some basic terminology that you need to measure. अभी पुराने ज़माने में या पहले क्या करते थे, when there was not such डेफिनेशन, ऐसा नहीं होता था कि डिग्री रेडियन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो तब क्या करते थे, तब रेवोल्यूशन के बेसिस पे वी यूज टू डिफाइन कि कैसे हाउ टू टेल द स्पीड ऑफ समथिंग, अ सर्कुलर ऑब्जेक्ट. तो लेट्स से दिस इज़ माई इनिशियल साइड. Okay, and if I just rotate it in such a manner in anti-clockwise direction that I end up at the same line. ठीक है, if this is my O and A and B point are the same, then this angle was one complete revolution, because ये जहाँ से start किया वहीं पे ये वापस आ गया. तो we used to say terms like if something, if a circular object is moving, we can say that, for example, it is making an angle of say 15 revolutions per second. That एक second में it is completing 15 complete revolutions. Okay, so this was one measure, way to measure angles, or say that what is the speed or how much angle is being measured in a given time period. Then with the most popular unit is the degree measure. So degree measure is one of the most popular units, and how it is defined is, you can think of a clock for this. So if a rotation from an initial side to terminal side is 1 by 3/60th of the revolution, the angle is said to have a measure of 1 degree. अब इतना डीप में नहीं जाएंगे इसके, क्योंकि वी ऑलरेडी हैव दिस अंडरस्टूड कि सर्कल का जो एक कंप्लीट एंगल होता है दैट इज़ 360 डिग्री. ठीक है, अब अगर एंगल इज़ 1/360th ऑफ द complete revolution, in one revolution it completes 360 degree, so the remaining angle is 1 degree. So this is what is defined here. If a rotation to the terminal side is 1/360th of a revolution, the angle is said to have a measure of 1 degree, and this is the symbol of degree. Okay. Now again, just as in our clock, 1 degree is further divided into minutes. 1 minute is written like this. So we write the number 1 and we write an apostrophe. So this is 1 minute and this is 1/60th of a degree. Okay. Similarly, if you have to define 1 second, it will be 1/60th of a minute. Okay. Sorry, there will be only one apostrophe for minute. Okay. So this is the relation that is given, that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay, and the some popular angles are given. This is 360, this is 180, this is 270, 420, 30, minus 420, minus 30. So this is just given. Then moving on to the radian measure. So what is a radian measure? So radian measure is defined is equal to the angle subtended by a unit circle. A unit circle is a circle जिसका radius is equal to 1 unit. Okay, angle subtended by an arc of 1 unit of a unit circle is known as 1 radian. ठीक है. So if you draw a circle of, let's say, 1 centimeter, let's say this is your unit, 1 unit of circle, and if you take any point on circle and measure 1 centimeter on the circumference and then join both of these points, then the angle subtended will be known as 1 radian of 1 radian angle. Okay, so this is the definition of radian. Similarly, it can be positive and negative based on the direction we measure it, and the complete angle subtended by the circle is 2 pi radian. Now, how does this come about? Let's say I have a circle of 1 centimeter. Okay, and if 1 centimeter unit length of arc subtends an angle of 1 radian, ठीक है, that means कि 1 unit of arc subtends an angle of 1 radian. Then 2 pi r, where r is 1 because the radius of circle is 1, will subtend an angle of 2 pi radian. Okay, if I would have taken, let's say, 2 unit of arc would have subtended 2 radian angle. Okay, so this is how we know that the complete angle subtended by the complete circumference of the circle is 2 pi radian. And from also our knowledge, we know that the complete angle subtended by a circle is 360 degree. So from here, if we equate both of these, we get 2 pi is equal to 360 degrees. So 2 pi is radian. So let me just write the unit also. However, they have also written here. So 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree and pi radian is equal to 180 degrees. So to define the relation, we can say that 1 radian is equal to 360 upon 2 pi or 180 upon pi degrees, and 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian, जिनका decimal value is also given to you. Okay, and just one thing that we left was that if you are given a circle of any radius, let's say if not always you are given a circle of 1 unit, right, and L is the length of arc subtended at the circle, then the angle that they will subtend is theta radian, where theta will be equal to length of arc upon radius of the given circle. This is the formula of finding the angle subtended by an arc of a certain radius of a circle.